We're very much back. Happy Monday, everyone.
We're back.
Hello to TikTok. Hello to YouTube. It's not a victory Monday, but it's a Monday, and we're here.
How was that?
You know what, man?
We're
going to get into it, and I have a lot to say. I
would imagine. I have a lot of questions.
And I'm glad you have a lot of questions. I'll kind of give my spiel with where I'm at, mentally, physically, all the above.
Emotionally.
I need to pull the tick. Yeah, emotionally. I think mentally is the biggest one out of all of them. Because if we fought some demons last night, we were in some dark, dark places.
I would imagine.
But we're on the other side. Sleeping on it, I have some perspective. And, so give me 2 seconds. I just got to – TikTok is – you guys are always the annoying ones. Head over to YouTube. I love you guys, but head to YouTube. If you want to be in the chat, head to YouTube. Because it's hard to keep up. Where'd the chat go?
Got to go full screen.
Do you have to?
That's what you did last time, right?
Is that what I did? No.
No, you went theater mode. You're in theater mode.
Does the chat just disappear on TikTok? How big do I have to?
Yeah, you did go big.
It happened. It worked. Yeah, it worked last time. Oh, we got to go big.
Right.
Okay, there we go. All right, got the TikTok chat up. YouTube's going real small, but I love you. I see you. What up, Lizzie? What up? Oh, I'm signed in as someone. Never mind. Victory Monday for you. Congratulations. Okay, so let's get out of the way. I put it out there. I said, hey, Vikings haters, come. I'll face the noise, and I'm ready to face the noise. My number one takeaway, I know we lost.
Don't say what you're about to say.
And it's a disappointing loss, 100%.
Uh-huh.
But on the grand scheme of things, taking outside even like my Vikings fandom, I will say that is the most fun year I've ever had as a Vikings fan. Despite the losses, despite the heartbreak, I spent 2 hours laying on this floor last night, guys. And that's not like a.
He really did. He FaceTimed me.
It's not exaggerated. Like, I laid down on this floor for 2 hours, and I just watched post-game press conferences. I just hopped in Twitter Spaces. I was mentally in shambles. It's like, I don't know. It was bad. I was very mentally just broken, and then I woke up this morning, and I realized. Shout out to everyone on TikTok, by the way. Hello, we love you. I realized how lucky I am to be just to have a fan experience
like that
is so rooted in who I am as a person, emotionally. Not even just the Vikings, just to have a connection to a team that I feel that hard for.
You're just a very big fan.
Yeah, and because you can't fake that. You can't manufacture a fandom like that.
No.
I physically, it felt like I just been cheated on, that kind of emotional reaction, the same type of response.
I think you have to consider this season a failure.
That's crazy.
You have to.
In what way?
You went 13-4 and lost in the first round to Danny Dimes.
Well, here's the thing. It'd be a failure if people expected us to win.
You guys were definitely expected to win that game.
No one in their right mind. I would say this. You can do this multiple different ways. It's not a failure. It's disappointing 100%.
You guys had the second best record in the NFL?
We were third best in the NFC. But anyways.
You're 13-4?
13-4. Niners with the 2 seed. Eagles with a 1. Anyways, but I'll say this. I'll put this out there. Thank you for user 803. Thanks for following. Appreciate it. If you guys want to head over to YouTube, we're there right now. We can check the chat there. It's easier. Expectation-wise, going in the season, everyone projected we'd finish third, maybe second in the North. We have a new GM, new head coach. Our GM, first interview, opening press conference, he goes, listen, this is a rebuild. It's a competitive rebuild, but it's a rebuild.
But that all goes away when you
you buy in. You're this is awesome. But because obviously in the moment you're like, could we? And I said multiple times, and you can attest to it, I never once said we were a really good team. I said we're a winning team. And that was true. We somehow found a way to win 11 straight one-win games. Statistically, an anomaly.
One possession games.
That's one possession games. That's crazy. It's absurd. And obviously that can't last. And obviously there's a lot of luck involved there. But then also, you have a new head coach. Very excited about that. You have a new GM who he's still playing with the old guys. It's like when you get a new basketball coach, it's like, this isn't his recruiting class. He hates this defense. Our
The
GM
defense sucks.
Everyone hates this defense. We're old. We're slow. We pay too much money for them. This is very sad for me as well because all the big names that I'm accustomed to seeing on that defense, granted they haven't performed and they shouldn't be on this team, they're probably not going to be on this team next year. And that's sad for me. Like the Harrison Smiths, Eric Kendricks, Patrick Peterson, they're all gone. They should be gone. I think Thielen's probably gone. He should be gone. We don't have a wide receiver too. We don't have a defense. Kirk played statistically his best year as a Viking. He played statistically the best out of anyone this weekend. He had the highest QBR, passer rating, and one other stat of any quarterback who played this weekend.
That 4th and 8. And
then I knew you were going to bring that up. Listen, yeah.
I mean, he panicked.
He was going to get sacked.
Well, the pressure came, and he just threw it to the first guy he saw, who was 3 yards down the field.
If you look at the play,
you got to throw it at least 8 yards. You can't expect a guy to move it 5 yards.
I'd rather have Hawkinson one-on-one with a guy than get sacked, or just throw it up. JJ had 3 guys on him. KJ had 2 guys on him. I would take Hawkinson one-on-one. Was it? Yeah. Granted, was it a dumb play? Sure. Yeah. But I'd rather give our guy a chance than get sacked.
Well, yeah, you don't get sacked.
He was sacked. If you look at the play, Dexter, if he held it on for 0.2 more seconds, he's hit and sacked. Dexter Lawrence was on him, so he had to get rid of the ball. And yeah, people are gonna point to that as Kirk underperformed in the playoffs again. Dude is the only reason that game was close.
Dude, the refs and the Giants tried to let you win that game.
Well, the defense tried to let the Giants win the game, and they did.
No, I mean, when it came to, it was the last 2 minutes, right?
Well, the refs screwed us on the false start in the first drive, and there was another play. I forget.
I mean, the Giants had the game in the bag if the guy would have just caught that ball. What's his name?
100%.
He dropped it.
Yeah.
Slayton dropped it.
Again, our defense couldn't.
And then the roughing the passer call. Horrible call. Horrible call.
From the passer. Oh,
on the game.
I mean, it's a textbook hit to the head, but it's all right.
He did not hit him in the head though.
Before you're talking about so people think they called it for the throwdown. They called it because he hit him in the head first. They hit him in the head and then
I didn't see the hit in the head.
There we go. Hit him in the head and then he turned him down. I thought too. I was like, we kind of got away with one there, but then they showed me he hit him in the head first. You can dispute it, whatever. We shouldn't have been in that game. Period. We should not have been in that game.
What do you mean you should not have been in that game?
The way our defense played, we gave up 450 yards to Daniel Jones. We should have had a chance. Kirk Cousins the only reason we had a chance in that game.
Why? You guys were 13-4.
I'm saying in that game, the way our defense played, we shouldn't have had a chance.
Your defense played like that all year.
That was our worst defense performance by far. The defense is bad. 31st in the league. I'm not saying we're a good defense. I'm just saying the way that defense played, we should have lost by 40. I think we had any other quarterback who they think we should go out and get, we do lose by 40. Kirk balled out, and he's the only reason we're in that game. But I'm getting away from my point. We don't have to argue about the game. It's very disappointing, obviously. But then I look back, I'm like, dude, what a year. Being a fan is awesome.
Aren't you so sad that you don't have the number 4 pick in the draft?
Not even a little bit.
And the Colts have the number 1.
Imagine being excited about a draft pick, dude.
I'm 100% excited about a draft pick.
You have to be because you have nothing else to be excited about.
I'm going to get CJ Stroud, and we're going to ball out next year.
I hope you guys do. I really do. I hope for you get to experience a year like I just did.
I have before. I've actually been alive during when we won the Super Bowl.
No one has experienced a year that I just had. No team in NFL history has had more one-score wins than we just did this year.
I mean, yeah, that was absurd.
It's an absurd year, and I will never... I'm going to have memories like that forever, dude. Forever. And now I'm excited because if we can do that, if we can get 13 wins with a new GM, new head coach who have none of their guys in there, with a defense that is paper thin and garbage, now we can start to build. If we can do that with 13, we can get 13 wins with that situation. Imagine what we can do when we finally get our guys in there and we finish this competitive rebuild.
I don't think you guys are going to win 7 games next year.
Okay. No one thought we'd win 7 games this year.
I think you guys are going to fall apart now.
Okay.
I think you might end up because Kirk's not going to have the year he just did. Okay.
Okay, he doesn't have to.
Dalvin Cook is. What are you guys doing with him?
Gone. He's so gone. He should have been gone midway through the year. We pay him way too much money.
So who's going to be your running back?
Give me Madison. Dalvin Cook was statistically the worst running back per carry. We didn't have a running game or a defense, and we still won 13 games, which don't give us enough credit for. Thank you, Taylor. As a Bengals fan, last year was the best year of my life. 100%.
Yeah, I agreed with that.
100%.
JJ isn't going to get the production done in the same way he did this year because Kirk is not going to be on the same level that he was this year.
Okay.
What are you doing with Adam Thielen?
We don't gone. We don't have a wide receiver too.
Yeah, you guys are gonna.
You're acting like you're bringing up holes that we already know we have, and we had them this year.
I know. I'm just saying.
Like we're bringing up holes that we didn't have.
Why? Like would you really have a season where you go 13-4, losing the first round of the playoffs, and then you guys are probably going to suck for the next 2-3 years minimum?
Why?
Because you guys aren't going to have anybody.
We
now.
actually finally have a young foundation for the first time ever. We have Brian O'Neill, Christian Darrisaw, two of the best tackles in the league, young. JJ's 22 years old. Kirk, we have another year at least, and then we bring in a young quarterback. I've never been more excited for the future. This wasn't like an all-in.
I think you're delusional.
Okay.
I think Kirk is going to suck next year.
People think Kirk's going to suck every year. That's the same narrative. And then
this year he played.
He doesn't
out of his mind.
But statistically, it wasn't that big of an improvement of what he's done in the past. He just had to carry more.
He had the best wide receiver in the league.
He's had him for 2 years, and we've used him the last 2 years.
I get that. I'm just saying that his production is not going to be the same with JJ as it was this year. At all.
Okay, because we'll finally have help from other receivers. JJ shouldn't have to have 1,800 yards for us to get 13 games. We should have help from other receivers. We don't. And now we have a full year with Hawkinson. Hawkinson's 24, dude.
Yeah, he's good.
We're going to have him, JJ, and then we have 2 tackles for another decade. And I've never been more excited. And being a fan is awesome that I can get this excited and this emotional and that distraught. When I laid on that ground for literally 2 hours last night.
I'm happy that you're excited.
Laying in the emotions, man. Just tough. But anyways, we don't need to talk about the Vikings all the time. I want to get out there and open the floor up to anyone who wanted to talk stuff. What up, Will? Yeah, so TikTok, YouTube. How are we doing, y'all? It's good to see you. Happy Monday. I know.
Good to see you.
It's good to see you guys. It's good to be here. Anything else from the other playoff games we want to get to before?
That Jags game was just
was nuts. Happy for Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, 100%.
I don't know if Brandon Staley gets fired. I don't think he's going to.
Really?
I don't think he will. I think they'll keep him for another year. But if he does, I want him to be the Vikings defensive coordinator.
Is Justin Herbert that good?
He's not as good. I've said for years, or not.
Is he a top 10 quarterback in the league?
Borderline, but I think he's there. Before the year, though, everyone was said he was a top 5, guaranteed top 5 quarterback. And I was like, he hasn't done shit.
Reminds me of Derek Carr.
That's a good comparison.
Right?
Very good quarterbacks. Both very
good quarterbacks, not top 10 quarterbacks.
Good enough quarterbacks to, if you build around them, you can win.
Well, look what they did with Derek Carr this year.
Yeah.
They built around him.
They didn't have a defense.
I mean, yeah, they didn't have a defense.
They somehow had a worse defense than the Vikings.
Yeah.
But, how'd you feel about the Sam Hubbard 98-yard fumble return? That was crazy because I really thought the Ravens were going to somehow win that game. Did you watch that game last night?
I did not.
So
I texted you about that. I accidentally placed a $50 bet on the Ravens,
watch?
and I didn't. I thought I put 5 on it, so I didn't really care. I accidentally put 50, and I ended up winning the bet.
That's fair.
It was wild.
That's kind of fun when you don't watch and you're just like, oh, I have money.
Yeah, I woke up this morning and I was like, that's amazing.
That play was nuts because the tie ball game, half-yard line, Tyler Huntley goes for a touchdown. QB sneak reaches over.
Fumbles it.
Gets short, knocked out, straight into a lineman's hand, 99-yard study.
A lineman took it 99
Sam
yards?
Hubbard, yeah.
No way.
Humbling.
That's crazy.
Tumbling.
You know how quickly he put on the oxygen mask after that play? That's hilarious.
Yeah, no, but good win for the Bengals. It's going to be a big week next week versus the Bills. Week. That's the game that everyone's going to watch next week. The other games, I have a feeling that everyone else it'll go chalk. Chiefs are probably going to win.
Yeah.
Niners are probably going to win. I'm kind of rooting for the Giants now, dude. Giants are fun.
Against the Eagles?
Yeah. Giants are a fun team.
They are a fun team. Yeah. I think the Eagles might beat them by 40.
They very well could.
Yeah.
100%. But Jalen's still, not healthy. After that game he played Week 18, he was like, "Yeah, I'm hurting."
I've always wondered, is any NFL player really healthy in the playoffs?
No.
Like, nobody's really healthy.
But, like,
you kind of just play.
Yeah, but your shoulder as a quarterback, that's tough.
I mean, yeah. Did
and-
you hear, by the way, that supposedly Russell Wilson had a torn lat
Yeah.
for 6 games?
Yeah.
I'm calling the quickest bullshit ever.
I don't know. I kind of bought it, and I was like, damn, I kind of felt bad.
Not at
Maybe
all.
clowning
I'm
this
calling
boy.
absolute bullshit on that.
It's very early, but I'm willing to say the Broncos might be a big dark horse next year.
I think Russell Wilson
I
actually
think
sucks.
They get a coach in there. I think that year 2 there, I think they might ball out a little bit.
Was Nathaniel Hackett the worst coach in the NFL, like,
History?
ever?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, yeah. Probably.
Opinion on the Browns making the Super Bowl next year?
Not a chance.
I won't openly say it, but Deshaun Watson's still pretty good at football.
No. I don't think you do something like that and you go through something like that and you're mentally okay to play the game of football anymore. I don't think he's mentally okay.
He mentally went through it when he did it.
No, I'm saying, like, all the repercussions. That locker room, like, his teammates, there's no way his teammates are dogging on him.
I mean, yeah, rightfully so.
I mean, completely rightfully so. Like, he 100% deserves it. I don't think he's ever going to come back to what he was. Because he was a top 3 quarterback in the league.
Yeah.
And,
yeah.
I mean...
Yeah.
I don't like nobody is his fan. Nobody is a fan of Deshaun Watson.
It's such a weird because it's not a good comparison, but it is kind of a good comparison. Think about Michael Vick.
I thought you were about to say OJ.
Oh, but OJ wasn't still playing football.
Right, yeah.
But like you wonder if Deshaun Watson, let's say this, Michael Vick went to jail for how long?
I don't even know. Was it a couple years?
Yeah. 18 months maybe. But he went to jail. Like, if Deshaun Watson would have gone to prison for like a year or 2 years and then came back, would he have been received differently? But like, hey, you did your time or something. Even if it's probably not an accurate amount of time that you should, like...
No, I think you would have been received worse.
But Vic was basically treated the same.
Okay, yeah, but Vic had dogs fighting. I feel like it's horrible.
Yeah.
38 sexual assault allegations? Much worse.
But like,
much
if you look
worse.
in the this is a dumb argument.
It is
we're
a
just
dumb
debating
argument,
crimes, but like in the eyes of the law, it's not, which isn't right.
I mean, dude,
but
I don't think there's a single person in the world that is rooting for Deshaun Watson.
I agree. No, I'm not rooting for him in any capacity, but he was.
But like, imagine
objectively, he was good at football.
Imagine trying to be what you were when now you have zero support. You have no support system.
Yeah.
Besides maybe your family.
He would have been better off going to prison. And for a lot of reasons, I wish he was.
No, because there's still like some people out there like, oh, maybe he didn't actually do it, type thing.
Whatever, it doesn't matter. Yeah. Deshaun Watson, good at football, scumbag person. End of story. That's NFL football talk. That might be some of the last NFL football talk we have on this show because
next week.
We'll talk about but it won't be as in depth. It'll just be like, playoffs, whatever. Chiefs, Josh Allen, the Eagles, Niners, maybe Bengals. That's it. But what we did want to talk about today. First of all, shout out to our A-list. We still have, I believe, Taylor as our closer, which I still love that name.
Good name.
Thank you, Mike's. Mike said we have nice socks.
We do, or you do?
I don't know. I think you can only see yours. So maybe
he's
complimenting your socks.
Thanks, man.
Sock game strong. We're gonna go over. Did you come up with a list?
I came up with a few things. Yeah.
Okay, I got a few things too. So we're basically gonna cover. The topic is adult things that we're not good at because we're basically. I'm 23, which I'm so much older and wiser than you because you're still 22.
Right.
But we're basically adults. We are adults by the eyes of the law. And we're not very good at it. We're not very good at being adults, so I figure let's run through some things that we can improve on, things we don't understand as adults, and maybe you guys can help us in the chat, help us understand these things, because we're bad at it. You want to go first?
I
have 4 things written down.
I have 3 things written down.
Okay, so now I should go first.
Okay, you go first.
I hope I don't steal any of yours. My number 1, this is like my biggest insecurity as being an adult, particularly a male adult. I don't know how to be a beer guy. Like, you know, like the guy, like if I'm at a bar and they're like, "Oh, what kind of beer do you like?"
Right.
Fucking, I don't know, dude. Beer.
Just give me a beer.
Just give me beer. Don't be like, "Oh, I want a hazy IPA." Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, that's.
dude.
I don't like people like that, to be honest.
But they're also expected to be that guy.
I don't think you are. I don't think you are. Like an IPA guy, I'm not. I hate IPAs. I'll never drink them. I learned about them when I bartended. Like I know a little bit about them, but like I don't.
But I also like you feel like a child when someone's like, "Oh, what kind of beer do you like?" You're like, "I don't know, beer."
I don't know, man. Like there were some dudes that would come in. They'd just be like, "Give me a big old Bud Light," and I'd be like, "Yeah,
That's what's up.
You're a man."
That's one.
Yeah, there's one.
I still don't have my silly string. I need to get that. That's on me.
I can understand why you feel that way, though.
It feels it's very it's an insecurity of mine.
That's
where
fair.
They're like, what kind of
But
beer
do you have any sort of intention to actually learn about? No.
But it still bothers me every time, like especially if like a waitress is just like, "Oh, like what kind of beer do you like?" And I'm like,
Light one.
"Light." Yeah, just give me beer.
Just give me beer, man.
Just give me a Mick Ultra and let me get out of.
But that's perfectly okay, I think.
I don't know. Maybe I'm in my head. White, do you want me to teach you about beers? Yeah, give me like a crash course PowerPoint on beers so I can sound smart. That's all I want. Boilers by 90. Did they win?
Did you see that game?
I didn't watch the game.
Crazy.
Really?
Crazy
They
finish.
win?
Purdue
Hooray,
ended
go
up.
for the Boilers.
Purdue ended up winning. I
Hey.
cashed a bet. Michigan State plus 4.5 cashed,
Nice.
but it was a wild ending to the game. We don't have to get into it, but
Yeah.
it was crazy.
Go Boilers. Congrats.
One
What's
thing,
the
adult thing that I am not good at / don't know how to do: taxes. No idea. Don't think I ever will.
That was my next one.
I'm gonna pay for it to get it done for me every time, or have someone I know do it for me because I don't know how to do it.
What's a 401k?
I mean,
I don't even know that.
that's just
I straight up don't know what that is.
layman's terms. You're putting money away. You're taking money out of your salary and putting it in the 401k to save over time.
So you're saving money.
Yes, but it's more complicated than that.
Why?
I'm saying that very.
Why make it more complicated than that? Just save money. Don't be dumb.
I know, but this is like a thing you do so you don't even have to think about saving money. It just is automatic for you. Like when you get your paycheck, the money's already taken out of the paycheck and just put in your 401k.
Well, I work for myself, so
Yeah.
I'll handle it myself. But that's taxes was my next one.
Yeah.
And that doesn't make sense to me. Didn't they? I saw something. This is gonna be like two white dudes explaining stuff that no one cares about and no one understands, and we sound dumb. But there was like a tweet that like they're voting to like get rid of the IRS. What the fuck does that mean?
What are you talking about?
I swear, I swear I'm not dumb.
I mean, I wouldn't be mad at that.
IRS vote maybe. Like I don't understand what that means.
Get rid of the. I thought they just hired a bunch of IRS agents.
Dude, I don't know. I can't be making this up. House Republicans vote to strip IRS funding. Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, dude, I'm a genius. I know stuff. Yeah. I don't know what that means, but
I just live life, man. I don't really worry about it.
that's what's up.
Yeah, right.
That's two. Also, by the way,
that's two.
Those listening, we have a hard out at 5:45 because I need to export Battleflix. Dude, I've had a day.
Have you?
So much going. I woke up at 6 because I had to edit the People Person podcast, which go listen to. The video's up on YouTube as well with Erin Kinsey. You love Erin. She's the best. Friend of the program. Second time on. First time on in a year and a half, too. Which, when she came on the first time, hadn't released a song yet.
Oh.
Now, she just got off tour with Dylan Scott.
Who's that?
Big country guy.
Okay.
She went on tour with Dylan Scott, and she's performed at the Grand Ole Opry 3 times.
That is dope.
In the year and a half. Again, I say it in the interview, I'm not taking credit for her entire career, but I'm taking credit for her entire career.
Oh, man.
I mean,
I told you the story about how I snuck into the Grand Ole Opry, right?
no.
I haven't told you the story about how I snuck into the Grand Ole Opry, and Lauren, my sister, ended up getting on stage.
What?
I never told you this story.
I don't think so. Please, indulge me.
We were in Tennessee for like a little family vacation, and we went to the Grand Ole Opry. We like went around it, but we didn't have tickets to actually get into the show that night. And my mom and dad and my grandma, who was with me at the time, she let us go like kind of just explore the area. We went around back and found these doors that you can't open from the outside. Like we couldn't get in, but we wanted to get in. So my sister knocked on the door. Woman came over, let us in. She was like, "Oh, I forgot my purse."
Lauren said that?
Lauren said that, my sister.
Wow.
Lauren was like, "Oh, I forgot my purse." Walked in, and you have to like go through security to get to your seats.
Yeah.
We don't have tickets. We have nothing. My little sister, Kendall, puts on her little charm face.
No.
She's 14 at the time. Little cute Kendall. Goes up to the security guard. "I lost my parents. They're somewhere in here." And
Swindled them.
we had to go in and be like, "Yeah, we're just looking for our parents. We're trying to get out of here." End up getting in there. They have a yodeling competition. We're sitting down now. Got past security. "Hey, any volunteers want to come up for a yodel competition?" Lauren screams like crazy. Gets up on
What?
stage.
Can she yodel?
No. Voice cracked so bad.
How would you yodel?
The
How does one yodel?
Yeah, voice cracked so bad. She's on stage as we snuck into the Grand Ole Opry. My mom and dad are listening to the Grand Ole Opry on the radio, and they hear, "What's your name? What's your name,
way.
young lady?" "My name's Lauren Bratton." My parents hear this on the radio, and they're like, "How the hell did our
What?
kids get on stage?" It was crazy.
That's pretty sick.
It was so cool.
That's cool. Well, yeah.
But shout out Erin for performing at the Grand Ole
Performing there when she was allowed to be there.
That's crazy.
And they
yeah,
invited her back.
I mean, try sneaking in one time, Erin.
Yeah.
It's a fun time.
So, yeah, go check out the interview. Go listen to it, whatever. Subscribe to the podcast, like the video, all that good stuff. But I had to wake up at 6 to edit that and get it out, which I have a real bad habit of just, if I have something to do, like, I'd much rather get up crazy early and do it than stay up super late to do it.
I'm the opposite. Yeah,
I can't work past midnight. I've always been that way. I've said this on the show before. I can't do homework or study or anything past midnight. Once midnight came, done.
Dang,
My brain shuts off.
I'm the opposite.
If I have an ounce of tiredness in my brain, done.
I'm most tired in the morning.
Yeah, but I don't know. So maybe it's like an urgency thing where it's like,
Got to get it
it's
done.
due that day.
Yeah.
Like this podcast had to be out today. So I woke up, had to edit the video, edit clips, edit the podcast, get all that out. I have to edit Battleflix, make sure it's ready. I just finished it like 20 minutes before you got here, and I couldn't export it because it would crash the computer if we try to stream and export that at the same time. And then I had to film Top 10 Tuesday. And Top 10 Tuesday.
You got a lot going on, man.
Just busy. Mondays are my crazy busy days. It was just like I'm filming, recording, all this stuff. Tuesdays are a nice day because Top 10 Tuesday is already pre-recorded.
That's nice.
Which is very nice. But yeah, long day. Where was I going with that? I had something.
I don't know,
Busy
man.
day. Oh, that's why I had to hard out at 5:45.
Oh.
So we got to get. I was like, how did I get here? So we're done at 5:45 today, just for that reason, so I can export Battleflix. So make sure you watch Battleflix tonight. It's a good one, good episode. See if Mr. and Mr. Unlimited can finally be taken down. And it's first episode of 2023. New layout and everything looks a lot different. So taxes was my number 2. My number 3 was just having an adult job. Because I don't.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty bad at that.
You can get one so easily.
I mean, yeah, but like, fuck that. I don't want to do that.
Maybe just a little extra cash in your pocket would be nice, though.
But like, I don't have the hours in the day to get another job.
You can't go be even a bartender for 4 hours.
I'd have
shifts.
to cut one of the shows.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm working the hours of an adult job. I'm not reaping the benefits of the adult job yet. Love you guys. But yeah.
I mean, shit, man.
I burn the boats, right?
Burn the boats, I guess.
The boats. I've been living under the burn the boat strategy lately.
Burn the bridges.
Burn the bridges. Who was that? Who was the first one to actually burn the boats? It wasn't Columbus.
What?
Basically, the strategy, like, burn the boats, where, like, you get to a new land, and they make the crew burn the boats, so they have no choice but to survive in this new land, so there's no retreat. It's like having no plan B.
No, I had no idea that was, like, saying was based off a true story.
I'm pretty sure someone actually did burn the boats. I'm almost positive.
That would be the dumbest thing in the world.
No, that's the point of the quote.
No, but
Burn
to legitimately burn the boats in a real life situation is crazy.
burn the boats. It's in reference to Herman Cortez, who gave the order to destroy his own ships when he landed in Veracruz.
Wow.
And to begin his quest in 1519.
That dude's got some balls.
That's what I'm saying. Dude, you got to burn the boats. I've been living under this strategy.
That's a next level burning the boats.
I love it, dude.
That's crazy.
I've been living under that strategy. The back of my mind all day, every day is burn the boats and the bear monologue.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. Which that's going to stick with me forever. Season 2 is coming soon.
So
Go watch The Bear.
So
Phenomenal
good.
show.
Jeremy White.
But yeah, having an adult job, not so good at it.
Fair enough. I went with cooking.
Oh, that's a good one.
I don't know how to cook. I can make pasta, eggs, peanut butter jelly, hot dogs, and I could throw a chicken pot pie in the microwave. And that's about it.
The thing with cooking is don't talk about Columbus. I'll talk about Columbus if I want. Number 1 American of all time. My most heated, debated. What? He was my most debated number 1 pick on Top 10 Tuesday of all time.
What? He's not American.
It's the first one.
No.
Kind of.
No.
Everyone knows who he is.
Correct. But that's factually untrue. Christopher Columbus was not the first person to live in the United States. Was not the first person to find America.
He is the way our stupid brains work as conceited, egocentric Americans. People think that. People are like, Columbus founded America.
Well, right. That's what we were taught.
That's a sentence people say, and we should dispute it more because they say Columbus founded America. Did
not.
But I'm just saying, based off our egocentric brains, it's a good pick. And I'm not saying he's a good person. I never said top 10 best Americans. Top 10 Americans. I've given this argument a billion times.
That's a crazy argument. That's a wild.
It's my most debated number 1 ever. So we won't go into it. But that's where I thought Burn the Boats came from.
Cooking is hard, though.
Cooking. The thing with cooking is I feel like I can follow instructions.
No.
No?
Nope.
So I can't like cook on my own. If someone was like, go make this, I'm like, I couldn't. But if they gave me like step by step, I could do it.
Nope.
Why?
Try.
I've
tried.
Give me instructions.
I tried cooking. I cooked a chicken parmesan dinner one time.
Okay.
And I had to ask my mother to help me almost every step I took because I had no idea what I was doing.
Did you have like
I had a YouTube video and a recipe.
Okay.
And everything lined up for me. I had all the ingredients laid out. I might be just stupid, but it's a lot harder than I imagined it would be. Just like even preparing the dishes, like even preparing the ingredients and everything, like making sure you're doing it correctly is hard. And I can't even get. I could cook a steak, maybe. I could grill a steak.
Okay.
But that's like.
I don't even know I could do that.
That's like nothing.
Still don't think I could do that.
Like if I'm trying to make a complex dish.
What up, Gianna? Good to see you.
No way. No way. And I feel like I should know how to do that.
I was going to say something. Oh, do you think cooking is like nature versus nurture? Do you think cooking's like you're born with it or like if you just grew up cooking?
No, you can. Yeah, if you grow up cooking. I mean, you have a talent. And people have a talent.
You think anyone can cook if they were taught?
To an extent. Like, you got to be talented to be, like, one of the best chefs in the world, obviously. You got to be born with that talent, but, like...
To help me sleep at night, I'm just going to say it's nature, and I just wasn't born with that gift.
I mean, you could say that about a lot of things. Singing.
Ignorance is bliss, man.
Singing is purely talent in my mind. I don't think...
You're born with it?
I don't think I could work at singing and become a good singer.
Andrew Garfield ruined that for me, because he just accepted his role in Tick, Tick, Boom.
Yeah, but maybe...
Before he could sing. Maybe he already had that in it. He just had to, like...
He had to find it.
You had to mine for it a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. Cooking's a good one, though, because I certainly can't do that. And that's a very adult thing. And it's kind of dumb that we can't do that. All right. Next up on my list, my last thing on my list, very broad idea, but just being clean. Like being like a clean person.
You should work at that.
Not like personally, like hygiene, but just like...
Like your room
every like 3 days, I'm like, shit, I got to clean this place.
Yeah.
Like, why can't I just like consistently be neat and clean?
I used to be that way in high school, and then I became a pretty clean.
See, in
person.
high school, every 3 days I'd be like, damn, I need to clean this place, and I wouldn't. Now I've evolved where I'm like, damn, I need to clean this place, and I do eventually clean it.
I'm that way with my car. My car is messy.
Oh, your car's bad.
My car's messy.
Car used to be terrible. I don't know what. I guess I'm in my car a lot less. I'm really not in my car.
I'm just in my car a lot, I feel like.
Well, because I work from home. I'll go 3 days a week without just being in my car.
There's nothing more embarrassing than having to drive one of your friends or something somewhere, and your car is just like messy.
Sorry.
You got like a water bottle everywhere.
Yeah, just throw stuff around back there. Do whatever you want.
It's embarrassing.
Yeah, but I think. Do you think it's because it's not our car?
I mean, that's an argument my parents push on me every day.
Because I think if I bought a car,
you would treat it a lot better. You would respect the things that you have to pay your own money for.
Yeah, but also I think it depends on the type of car. Like, I know my car's a piece of shit.
Right.
I mean, it's a 2004 Pontiac Grand Am.
It's shitty.
It doesn't deserve to be treated well.
Probably not.
And I'm sorry, Kevin, if you're listening. My car's name is Kevin. I just don't think it deserves the respect, of keeping it clean.
But imagine how much better Kevin might look if it was clean. Might not actually be a shitty car.
It's a pretty shitty car. And I know shitty cars because the one I had before was even worse. They physically told me I couldn't drive it.
Hawkeye.
They gave me a stern, parenting. They're like, this isn't safe.
I miss Hawkeye.
I miss Hawkeye so much.
I about broke Hawkeye one time.
When did you almost break Hawkeye?
About broke the dash. Remember that?
Yeah, you did. You almost punched that. A lot of memories in that.
A lot of memories in that
Hawkeye.
car. Man.
Tough
time.
Do you have a car name?
No.
You can name your car. It's a lot. It's more special when you have a name.
Nah, I don't get attached to my car.
How many cars have you driven? You had the truck? The truck have a name?
Nope.
That's weird. If I had a truck, I would name the shit out of that.
I loved that truck.
It's a good truck.
And then I couldn't afford it because it was $150 to fill up a gas tank.
That's crazy.
I mean, what's those? Yeah, it was.
Dude, I tell you nuts. The time they were out of gas at the gas station.
What are you talking about?
Dude, shit you not.
They were out of gas.
How can you be out of gas? That was my question.
When was this?
This was 3 weeks ago.
Bullshit.
3 weeks ago. I'm driving home. It's late at night. It's like 1 a.m. Driving home. And I'm like, oh, I'm coming from pretty ways out. I'm like, oh, I need gas. I'm on empty. So for the little history lesson, my first car didn't have a working gas gauge. So my relationship with gas is hit or miss. I don't know, I don't know the ins and out of how far you can drive on empty and that, because I never had to. I just guessed when I needed gas.
Yeah. Which
is even crazier, but I was kind of starting off in the fast lane. So I was on empty. And I was like, I genuinely don't know how long this will last. How long does it normally last?
On empty?
If you're on empty.
Probably 20 more miles.
Okay. So I was probably safe to get home.
Maybe. Depends on how empty you are.
I was kind of on empty when I got there. I was leaving. I was still on empty. I was like, I thought maybe someone would just put gas in my car. But anyways, I'm driving home. It's 1 a.m. I'm like, okay, I need gas. I pull in a gas station. And the gas station right across the street here. Not that one, but the one across from McDonald's. That little get-go.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I pull in there, and I go fill up. Put my card in, it accepts, because normally it doesn't. The chip readers at those gas stations
are difficult.
Never work. So I was thankful it worked, because I was like, I don't have any cash on me. I need gas. So we did that. It accepted. Put the thing in the thing. Squeeze the thing. Boom. Nothing's coming out. And I'm like, what is going on? I'm just clicking buttons, whatever. Nothing's coming out. And it made the sound like it was pumping, but there's nothing pumping. You could tell it was working properly. There was just no gas in it, which is that's not a thing. So I was like, what is going on? And some lady is just sitting on the curb in front of the front doors. I think she was on the clock, working there, but no one's showing up at 1 a.m. So she was just sitting outside. And she just yells at me, "There's no gas!"
How's that possible?
And I was like, what the fuck does that mean?
What do you mean?
She's like, they're out of gas. I'm like, you're a gas station.
You know how defeated you probably felt in that moment?
How is that possible?
How defeated did you feel in that moment?
I didn't personally. I was just confused.
We're just
Like, what do you mean you're
This was 3 weeks ago?
Yeah. I was like, what do you mean you're out of gas? So like, ain't got none left. They used it all up.
What do you mean?
That's what I said. What do you mean?
Where did they get the gas from?
I
don't understand.
don't understand gas stations.
I don't want my mind to go into
I was gonna say something
blender
dumb.
right now.
I was gonna say something dumb.
What were you gonna say?
I thought they have.
Did you think they had a line all the way to like the Middle East?
I don't know how gas
where we
stations
just
work, dude.
Run gas.
I for like in my mind, I just envision like a pool of gas under the gas station, and they just pump it up from there, and then every now and then they refill it. So I guess it makes sense that they're out of gas.
I don't know.
Like that could be right. What I just said could be right.
Could be.
I don't know. But anyways, I was like, what the fuck do you mean? They're like, we're out of gas. They ran out. I was like, what?
What?
And I was like, okay. I'm like, okay, whatever. They're out of gas. Maybe I'll make it home. Got to give it a shot. But this lady, shout out to this kind old lady, saved me probably $100 because I'm about to get back in my car.
Yeah.
And she goes, hey. I was like, hey, make sure you cancel the cord.
Oh.
Yeah. I didn't even think about that. I had to go in because in that mind, that card's still on file. Whoever shows up the next day when they restock on gas could just use my card.
Right.
And say that. And I was like, you're a lifesaver. I love you. I still don't know how you're out of gas, but thank you.
Who refills the gas? There's no way that gas station worker
people?
is just refilling gas.
Yeah, I don't think it's her fault that they're out of gas. Maybe it was a heavy gas day.
You just like refill gas like you refill the salt for your water heater?
I think so.
That makes no sense.
I think there's those big trucks that just have gas.
Seems like too big of a deal to be that simple.
That's what I thought, man. I thought I was tripping. I was like, what do you mean? You're out of gas.
I was scared I would have got.
That's like a water fountain being out of water, which happens.
What?
You've had a water that like doesn't work?
I thought that was always just like a malfunction in the actual.
Yeah, that's what I think too. But like
not out of water.
Right, not out of water, just not working. But then she said, she
said out of gas.
She said it's not working. I would be like, all right, fine.
Right, out of service
she said
happens.
Out of gas, and my brain
couldn't
comprehend what that meant.
That's crazy.
Out of gas?
Yeah, that's wild.
What? You're just a station now. You're not even a gas station.
Yeah.
That was a story that happened.
That's crazy.
I didn't know that was a thing. That you learn something new every day. That's a beautiful thing about life. You learn something new every day. Who knew gas stations could run out of gas? All right. Well, hey, it's almost 5:45, so we'll wrap up there. I want to do a new segment, a recurring segment we did in past seasons. I totally forgot about, which is dumb of me. We always end each episode on a bright side.
Oh yeah.
So we just say, what are you looking forward to? Maybe something good that happened. I also thought we can start before shows, start doing a bum of the day. A bum of the day can be someone you want to shout out, someone you want to hate on for a little bit, something you want to rant about. You just come to the show prepared to have a bum of the day to kick off the show. Thoughts?
Okay. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, so we just have a bum of the day starting on Wednesday. You're here Wednesday, right?
Right.
Wednesday, perfect. We'll start that on Wednesday. I'll let Jenna know for Thursday as well. And but my bright side, what am I looking forward to? What's tomorrow? Tuesday, Top 10 Tuesday. I'll be honest. I'm looking forward to a stress-free watching football weekend. No stress whatsoever. A little sadness, of course.
Yeah, how sad will you be?
A little sadness, but like knowing that it's not just my team that's not playing.
Yeah.
Like at least we were in the dance. We didn't win best of the ball, but we were in the dance. Yeah. We showed up. So I can take pride in that.
Sucked a big old caca.
But yeah, it's going to be nice to have just like my heart rate won't just like feel like it's bursting through my chest. So I'm looking forward to that.
That's good.
How about you? What's your bright side?
I don't know what my bright side. What is this week even?
It could be Monday Night Football.
Monday Night Football. 17, 18. Oh man, I don't know. It's kind of just a weird week. Just a regular week. You know when you like have like a regular week just comes into your life.
Like, oh,
Like nothing really going on.
It's a regular week.
It's just a regular week. And regular weeks actually don't happen that often.
That's true. It's not even. It's an irregular week.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So your bright side is you're having an irregular week.
Yeah, I think that's it.
That's cool. All right, folks. We'll see you tomorrow. Top 10 Tuesday. I'm not gonna tell you what it is because now we spin the wheel before the show and it's a little more fast paced. So make sure you tune into that. And Battleflix will be live hopefully at 7 if I can export it in time. So I'm gonna go do that. Love y'all. We'll see.
Peace out.
See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Hui.